What's going on, everybody? Dogman Dan here. We are in Warframe. We're talking overview on update 15, Archwing, and all the items that came with it. So this is just a general update. Everything that's going on in here, we will definitely get into full detail on my channel in many videos, so I can explain everything as it goes along, as I always do. Also, note on my noncommunity.com everything Warframe page, I have updated it. There is a update 15 change blog already out with all the information there for you. The Prime Gear drop locations, new stuff has been added into there as well. I will keep everything up to date as best as I can. So if you ever have any questions or comments about any of that stuff, you know, check it out over there. Leave comments below here anytime. So let's get into this. What's new? Limbo, Master of the Void, controls powers unlike any Warframe yet, able to displace enemies from the battlefield into other dimensions. Limbo is the master of the battlefield control. Walk through the void to attack enemies that fall within your trap, or create surges through the rift plane to deal bonus damage to any trapped within. The power of the void is the palm of your hands with Limbo. We will definitely get into Limbo. We have new game modes. So, Archwing we know has arrived. Players mastery rank 2 or greater can quest to assemble the Archwing technology, allowing for space combat. 2 unique game modes, new enemies, weapons, and mods are available for the Archwing setup. Choose from the offensive Elytron Archwing or the well-rounded Ad-on-Ada, and bring the fight straight to the enemy. So we will go into that as well. Syndicates. Which syndicate has earned your loyalty? Available at Mastery Rank 3, Tenno can align themselves with one of 6 mysterious syndicates, earning the unique sigils and standing to represent your chosen allegiance. Unique titles and mods for your loyalty are available from each syndicate, but be warned, not all syndicates see eye to eye. So earning favor with one syndicate may have consequences with another. Okay, so full update here. Archwing. As I said, Mastery Rank 2 or greater can do this quest. The new quest, you have the Ad-on-Ada. It's an Archwing that includes 4 unique abilities that equally protect and devastate your enemy. You have another Archwing, the Elytron, which Archwing includes 4 unique abilities that offer incredible firepower to destroy your enemies. The Archwing weapons. We have the Veritux. A weightless space turns this impossibly massive sword into agile instruments of destruction. Imperator, a long-range rifle capable of firing in space. The Imperator's versatility makes it an ideal weapon for space combat. Onyx, a laser-bladed battle axe, easily hacks through your ship's defenses and forces protecting it. You have the Corvass. This is a rocket launcher that fires modified torpedoes meant for eliminating entire ships in the deep of space. New Archwing mods that are now available. We'll go into that. You have 4 new Archwing game modes. So in free space mode, you have Exterminate and Interception versus the Grineer. And in Trench Run mode, you have Exterminate and Sabotage against the Corpus. Note, though, that when you're going to mod for the Archwing missions, the only mods that transfer from your actual Warframe loadout are health, shield, armor, and energy related. Okay, so not everything will transfer over, so just keep that in mind. It's going to take a little bit of time to get through it and learn it all. New Grineer Archwing enemies. We have Agma. This is a Grineer combat pod. They have the Temporal Drag. This is a Grineer stasis drone. You have the Lancer Drag. This is a laser drone. We have the Shield Dargan. This is a shield skiff. The Hellion Dargan. This is a missile skiff. The Shield Hellion Dargan. This is a missile and shield skiff. The Cannon Battery. So a space turret, basically. And a missile battery, so space missile turret. We have new Corpus Archwing enemies. We have the Corvette, which is a flak ship. The Frigate, which is a laser ship. The Carrier, which is a swarm ship. Locust Drone, which is a swarm drone. The Ranger, which is a jetpack spaceman. Penta Ranger, a jetpack spaceman with a penta. Well enough. Quanta Ranger, jetpack spaceman with a quanta. And Gox, which is a Corpus pod. It's a mining laser and explosive launcher, basically. So there's new customizations, Archwing and weapon color customizations in here as well. So Limbo, let's talk a little bit about Limbo. Limbo manipulates the very planes of his existence to divide his enemies and conquer them with his 4 abilities include Banish, which displaces a target into a rift plane, inflicting additional damage if the target is hostile. Rift Walk, pass over into the rift plane. The Rift Surge, the surge void energy through the rift plane, increasing the damage inflicted on enemies that have been banished there. And Cataclysm, a violent blast of void energy tears open a pocket of the rift plane, which can sustain itself for a short period of time, collapsing in another lethal blast. There's a new quest added to obtain Limbo, and also the Aristes Limbo alternate helmet can be found in the market immediately. Syndicates. So you begin your affiliation with the syndicates at Mastery Rank 3. You're going to learn more about the emerging syndicates by accessing the syndicates panel in your Lisette. The panel is to the left of the navigation. Each syndicate is headed by a new character with unique models, dialogue, and they want you. So there are 6 syndicates to explore. You have the Steel Meridian, Arbiters of Hexus, Cephalon Suda, the Perrin Sequence, Red Veil, and New Loka. I did a quick video about that. I also have it posted on my forums in full detail about these and which one aligns with which one and which one does not and all that good stuff. I will get that over to the Everything Warframe page. Actually, I have a link on the Everything Warframe page already, so you can just quickly link to it if you need to. So increase your rank with the Syndicate by earning positive standing. Standing is earned by wearing a sigil while completing missions, found in the new Irregula section of your arsenal. Not all syndicates see eye to eye, like I said, so working for one may negatively affect the standing with another. All syndicate relationships are representative in the alignment column of the syndicate's UI that allows you to see who's syndicate ideal and who's conflict. So they set that up in the game also, so that's always a good thing. Each syndicate comes with its own unique rewards as your standing increases. So take a note though, the specific weapon mods earned through syndicate standings have experimental bonus effects that will be developed further as feedback goes on. So we'll pay attention to that. But for now, the experimental bonus effect is XP gained will fill up a syndicate-specific meter. When this meter is full, it discharges, granting an AoE and temporary bonuses. Some syndicate information here. So you can only earn standing towards one syndicate at a time by wearing a syndicate sigil while completing missions. Your sigil does not affect your squad mate's standings. It is per player only. So just keep that in mind. Okay, let's see what else. We have Europa. Corpus Ice planets have been added permanently to the missions in Europa, so that's awesome. Orkin Sabotage returns, so new Orkin Void missions here. There's a new game mode, the Sabotage. The portal missions have returned, and you can access them through 4 tiers of Void Keys. The 4 tiers of Orkin Sabotage Void Key include 4 hybrid maps. Tier 1 Forest Orkin Void Key, a Tier 2 Ice Planet, a Tier 3 Desert, and a Tier 4 Corpus Outpost. I have updated that in the Prime drop tables as well. So these Orkin Void and Corpus Outpost Ice Planet set face off against the new Corpus mini-boss, the Lynx. This is actually a mini Jackal spawned and with defensive Shield Osprey and new turrets. So it's going to be a fun one to go through. The reward pool for Voids has changed up a bit, as I said. So just pay attention to that. Let's see what else. So exploring inside these new voids, the hidden loot caches within the Orkin Sabotage missions are back. and finding them will be rewarding. So if you find 2 caches, the second cache gives you a shot at a rare resource. If you find all 3, okay, the last cache gives you additional shot at the end of mission rewards, which can be one of 2 new weapons. The Halakar, this jet-powered grenade-throwing mace, always comes back to its master, or the Octocore. Once charged, this Corpus laser cannon dispatches a devastating blast of light energy. So that's awesome. A new World State panel preview. A more relevant and dynamic World State panel is coming. Find out events, quests, alerts, invasions, syndicate missions are occurring at a glance. They will soon also add dark sectors and conflict to that panel as well as a recommended section. Let's see. What else do we have here? Enemy expands. So new enemies, the Grineer Drak and Drak Master. The Grineer Drak Master summons Drak. Armored Kubros to fight. Sprague and Venkra have returned. Corpus Lynx is a new mini-boss. It's a mini jackal spawn that defends shield, ospreys, and turrets. You can find him in the Orkin Void, as I said, just to keep you up to date. Corpus Outpost and Ice Planet Keys. Some new customizations have been put in here. New customizations for sigils. New customizations for Warframe idle features. And this one I'm kind of a little bit off about because it says you can now equip the 40 plus agile and noble stances across all Warframes, which is cool. Each stance is unlocked with platinum, however, and will work across all Warframes once purchased. I'm not sure that I agree with that at all. Regardless of what the price of platinum is, I'm not sure that I agree with that at all. The new player ship customization, so the Lisette decorations, bobbleheads are here. You can buy these and place them in your ship through the pause menu, equipment, decorate Lisette, and it pretty much is the same as if you're decorating your dojo. And then new customization skin on the Soma. Everyone's favorite Tenno assault rifle has a new look. Okay. Directional air melee has been added, and it was talked about in DevStream 38. So you can now jump, pick an angle, and hit melee, which will send players with momentum in a given direction. This will enable players to deal not only with enemies in the air, but traps that were previously out of range of most melee swings. They plan on revisiting this in the future as they get more player feedback from us. Alright, next up there's over 70 new mods in this game. New mods, Archwing, there's 25 mods for Archwing, found by killing all the Archwing enemies. There's new mods for weapon and Warframe mods. There's 16 new mods for that. There's standard mods and there's corrupted mods. I won't go into too much detail about that. Like I said, I do have it posted on my my website, and we'll talk about it in future stuff as we go through it. Sinister Reach, Ruinous Extension, Terminal Velocity, Fatal Acceleration, Lethal Momentum, Continuous Misery Rifle, Lingering Torment Shotgun, Perpetual Agony, Lasting Sting, and Rapid Resilience are all standard mods. We have corrupted mods that are called Anemic Agility, Vile Acceleration Rifle, Frail Momentum Shotgun, Critical Deceleration for Shotgun, Creeping Bullseye for Pistol, and Transient Fortitude for your Warframe. Those are all corrupted mods to go and find. Also new mods for the Ability Augmenting mods, so there's 20 of these. Ability Augmented mods tweak and enhance Warframe abilities in interesting ways. They are equipped in mod slots via the Warframe upgrades screen. These mods can be found within the reward tiers of the syndicates. Higher standing with will allow Tenno to access the corresponding augments per syndicate. We'll talk a bit more about that later. New specific syndicate weapon mods. There's 18 of these. Asterid, Bolto, Burst in Prime, Dagger, the Dark Dagger, Dual Cleavers, Embalist, Furies, Grinlock, Heck, Jawsword, Kestrel, Mire, Scanna, Sobek, Spectra, Supra, Viper, and Volcar all have new mods within the syndicates. Okay, we have some additional add-ons, which I'm not going to get into right here. We also have enemy level nav segment changes. The starting enemy level ranges on planets have been adjusted accordingly. Mercury and Earth are level 1 to 5, Venus and Mars are level 5 to 10, Jupiter and Saturn are 10 to 15, Sedna and Phobos 15 to 20, Uranus and Europa 20 to 25, Eris and Neptune 25 to 30, Pluto and Ceres are 30 to 35. New segment locations have been slightly altered. So killing the bosses of the following planets will issue you the listed nav segment. Mercury boss, Mars and Venus. Venus boss gets you Jupiter. Mars boss goes to Saturn. Jupiter boss to Sedna. Saturn boss to Phobos. Phobos to Europa. Sedna to Uranus. Europa to Neptune. Uranus to Aries, and Neptune boss gets you both Ceres and Pluto. There have been some alert system changes. Tile sets used for alerts now align with those appearing in the underlying planet region, i.e. No more Corpus Outpost alerts in Phobos. Shipyards and infested Corpus tile sets are now available. Grineer Galleon and Corpus ships are free to appear in any area because of spaceships. Enemy factions for alerts now align with their associated planet. Infestation, however, can still appear anywhere. Update enemy levels for alerts to align with current star chart topology. They added some new items to the mix. So Oxium, Argon, R5 Fusion Core Pack, so Rare 5 Fusion Core Pack, and Kubro eggs are now in the alert system. Slightly increased frequency of resource alerts. Alerts no longer occur on boss nodes, so you'll always be able to get to the boss node no matter what. Added the new U14 Mercury nodes to node list for eligible alert locations. Cleared out some nonsensical alert descriptions, and 40% chance of hive missions on Eris, home of the infested. Also, they added colorblind locker changes, so for anyone that is colorblind, that is going to be awesome. And there has been a whole bunch of ability mod changes. The Forma 4 ability slots have undergone the following changes. All Warframes have 2 ability slots removed now, and any Forma spent on these particular slots will be refunded. All Warframes have had 2 previous ability slots converted to blank polarities, unless otherwise polarized. All Warframes purchased or crafted moving forward will have their abilities automatically viewable in the arsenal. Abilities are all unlocked as the Warframe is leveled up, and abilities are all ranked up as the Warframe is leveled up as well. On the login, the following will occur for your account. All highest rank ability mods will be preserved and duplicated to fit the new ability system. This means you won't need to rank up any abilities if you already had them maxed or partially fused ability mods. 2 slots will be removed. Preferred ability polarity and Forma used on ability slots will be refunded, and all ability mods converted to fusion cores of the appropriate level. And finally, I just want to talk about 2 more things here. We have Excalibur changes. So Super Jump will now add invisibility to Excalibur while in the air. Additionally, Super Jump will cause a small radial stun to all enemies around Excalibur when performed, similar to the way Ash's smokescreen works. Radial Blind, no longer able to affect enemies in rooms separated by walls. To encourage and facilitate different gameplay styles like stealth, enemies aware of Excalibur within a few seconds, or enemies that Excalibur can see, will also be affected. Radial Javelin, all enemies within a radius of this ability now will be hit with the Javelin. Instead of having this ability radiate out from Excalibur, Javelins will now spawn directly around opponents. Javelins will optimize to find a point on each enemy that is safe to be hit, bypassing enemies that may be holding shields or otherwise in cover. This is no longer a target maximum or ultimate, meaning anyone in the radius will be eligible as a target. Additionally, if the javelin does not kill the enemy, each target that survives will be put into stun for a brief period of time. And then finally, what we're going to talk about is Dark Sector UI updates. Players starting a Dark Sector conflict will now have a 20-second wait before the match officially begins. New players can join both sides of the conflict during this time. A menu displaying the level of your Warframe and weapons will be available, showing at what ranks you'll unlock each new mod and the name of the next unlockable mod. This menu can be brought up at any time during the battle and is assigned to the Q key by default. Players will now have access to all their chosen Warframe abilities during a Dark Sector conflict, and all Warframes begin Dark Sector conflicts with their first ability available, and additional powers will unlock at rank 2, 4, and 8. Warframe powers unlock in order 1, 2, 3, and 4, and can be used as soon as players reach the appropriate rank. Okay, I know this was a little bit long, so thank you for sitting around if you're still here. As I said, do stay tuned. There will be a lot of stuff coming. Check out the Everything Warframe page that I have set up if you need to. Quick reference, update, change blog is there, or any other materials that is easily able to find on my YouTube channel here will be all updated in there, guides and everything as well. There are a full list of changes and fixes still to go over, but I don't want to keep it running any longer than I have to. So I will catch you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Comments, questions below. We'll see you soon.